Hi everybody! Today I want to talk about the difference between gender and physical sex and what assigned sex means and what the correlation between gender and sex is and all of that kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. So we often in common vernacular use the words gender and sex interchangeably. Gender is the gender that you identify as. So you might identify as a woman or as a man or as somebody who is gender fluid or agender. Physical sex refers to the actual organs that you have. Physical sex gets really complicated really fast though, because the organs that you're born with are not the only things that can be used to define sex. Chromosomes are a really big part of defining physical sex, and sometimes people are born with chromosomes that don't match their physical genitalia. So somebody could be born with XX chromosomes, which we would consider to be female chromosomes, and then have a penis and testes. And then there's also, of course, hormones that play a really big part. People who are physically male tend to have considerably more testosterone in their body, which causes things like broader shoulders, different fat distribution, aggression, and hair growth. Whereas estrogen, which is in people who are physically female, tends to control fat distribution so that women have breasts, and many but not all women have more defined waists, and things like that. Like every other aspect of gender, physical sex can get really complicated because there's so many factors. There are hormones, there are chromosomes, there are physical genitalia, body parts, there are organs, there is hair growth pattern, there's fat distribution. There are so many aspects to physical sex that it's not as cut and dry as having a penis or a vagina, and having a penis or a vagina is not always cut and dry on its own. I think in any discussion about gender, it's really important to be able to grasp the complexity of physical sex on its own, because there are a lot of people who are ignorant about gender and the spectrum of gender, and they feel that if you are a man, you're a man and you have a penis, and if you're a woman, then you're a woman and you have breasts and a vagina. People want to simplify it in that way because it's easier to understand, but even if we were going to ignore gender and we were focusing only on sex, even then it would not be quite as cut and dry and as a lot of people want to make it out to be. When people use the term assigned sex, assigned gender, what they mean is that when a baby is born and you look at their physical sex organs, we then relate their gender to their physical sex organs. So for example, I have two sons. They were both born with penises and testicles, and therefore we call them boys. We use masculine pronouns, him and he, and it's possible that my boys will grow up and let me know that they don't identify as men, or that they identify neither as men nor as women, that they're non-binary. Assigned gender is the gender that you're raised as, usually based on your physical sex organs. And somebody who is cisgendered is a person who is born with a gender identity that matches their physical sex organs, their genitalia. Somebody who is trans most often is somebody who is born with physical genitalia that do not match their gender identity. So somebody maybe who was born with a penis and testicles and testes who identifies as a woman, that would be a trans woman. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm going to keep making gender videos because there are so many more aspects of gender to talk about. If I've made any mistakes in these videos, I love to be corrected, because then I'm more right next time I talk. So please add them in the comments. Have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, or night.